Hello everyone. It's been quite a long time since I made a video, huh? Yeah, well, I guess I'm going back to my review videos. Well, as you have seen in my Big Trail review video, I said I was gonna go review Great Admiral and Tank Guy. Now, these guys, sorry, these guys in the English version of the show were called Commander Universe and Tank Man. For some reason, they love to change the names, which I get for some, but I don't get why they need to change all of them. Like, at least just some, not this. Like, I love Great Admiral because it sounds so powerful. He looks like really nice piece of work that the Tobots did. He doesn't look I get why he's called Commander. I don't get why he's called Commander Universe, because Great Admiral sounds really cool for some reason. Yeah, I just like it more. So in this video, I'm gonna call him Great Admiral, and I'm gonna call Tank Man Tank Guy. So if you're English lovers, who like the English to us, that's just fine, but that's just my opinion. I really like those names. So anyways, let's start. So we're gonna look at Great Admiral first, and then on the next episode we'll look at Tank Guy, and we'll move on to the combination, the Greatest Admiral. Anyway, so here is Great Admiral. He is basically a giant sky ship of some sort. So I don't know what this would look like. I mean, it's even too big to fit on my stand, so I have to lift up my camera here. There, it looks really nice. Basically, this guy's giant. He's one of the biggest toys that I have. Like, well, not really the biggest, but he's one of the biggest. Biggest that I have, though, is the Ingeno G12. Crap, I forgot his name. Is the RPM Megazord guy. You know, the 4 Megazords, the one who combined into the RPM Ultrazord. Yeah, that guy. He's up in my shelf somewhere, except I can't really find him. Anyway, excuse me. So, yeah, this is the ship mode. I really like the design piece. Like, these are like cannonballs here. You can, like, probably these are like launch bays. Either cannonballs or cannon launchers or launch bays. Because this is supposed to be a giant ship. A giant, like, sky ship. It'll roam around the sky, like, cover like this. Probably military type base. And then there's like some vents in here. Probably these are windows, like roof windows where people can see outside in the sky. And then these are his giant engine rocket boosters. There's at the back. There's his exhausts. There's some boosters over. There's some boosters over there. There's another engine exhaust. And then up here is like some sort of control tower or military carrier thing. And this is a runway where of course fighter planes would, I guess, take off, land. This is I think this is like for helicopters or for auxiliary vehicles. I do not know. I don't know a lot of Korean stuff. And what I really like is this head. Now this is his Toki. What is interesting is that for him and Tank Guy, the Tokis store on them, unlike Big Trail and Troll/Beast, which is really nice, very convenient. So you can store the keys on them, even if you're gonna, like, say, put them in a toy box or in the shelf. So let's start with the transformation. Actually, no, not only that, I have to show off the Toki first. So wait, you get the Toki out. Oh god, this is gonna be really hard. You have to split open the deck here, not deck, the what are his shoulders later. So you have to split them somewhat. Oh boy, yeah, this is hard. This guy is giant. There we go. So you get at least one of them out. Then you can pull this out. Now let me show you what I mean inside. I'll just show it later. This is very big. So here's the Dragon Toki. We'll actually put this off to the side for now. So put in my tail. So here's the Dragon Toki, which looks really, really nice. Actually, no, we have to transform it first before I say it looks really nice. You have to go untab it like this. You have to bring it all the way. Yeah, and those are legs. So you have to bring them all the way like this. That's the neck of the dragon. And you get this feet. These feet, they kind of go like this, and then you have to bring them out like this. But what I do is I bring them down like this so they will touch the ground. Side. This guy is really, really, really cool. The dragon bit, not the giant robot. I like the robot mode just because it's big, but it doesn't really look that awesome, even though it is really big. Anyways, so sorry, I have to bend the abdomen here, bend the tail up, and there you go. That's the dragon. And on camera, it looks really, really big because my camera is really tiny. So that is the Toki. It's very poseable. So the head here, actually, let me put my camera up here. The head, of course, will move up and down. The mouth will open a lot. The neck will move. Actually, the neck will move as long as the front legs. Front legs can also move. They're like on. They feel like they're spring-loaded ratchets, but not really. So those are the legs, and you can even move the little toes, the little dragon claws. Same thing at the back. His back can also bend. This. You can also bend the tail. So, I mean, he's kind of not poseable. Like, you can't put him in any poses unless you, like, you know, do like he's gonna like look up at somebody, he's gonna blast his fire breath or something. I'm not even sure if this is even used in the show because I have not watched the show in like about like 2 years now. So yeah, there it is. So let's get into the big guy. So let's put this off to the side again. Get big boy. And without the Toki, it doesn't even look like anything. Like you can just see the front is missing. Like I guess you could say that this would be the control tower where the ship will move, but I don't know. So let's get. I mean, probably he doesn't even need to be controlled because this guy is literally sentient. So he's kind of like a transformer. So let's get to transforming this guy. First off, gonna stand him up. There. Oh god, I have to use my one hand here because this guy is humongous. So next up, you're gonna fold in the tail fins. I don't even know why this guy has tail fins. I guess for good speed. I don't know. So there it is. Then you will take this what was part of the body. So put it up here instead. Bring them all the way back. Take this beast. There is an outline of 2 tabs here, or 2 clips here. Sorry. You remove them. These are his weapons. I'll get to these in a bit. Put that off to the side. Now you'll start with the transformation. Man, this guy is really humongous, isn't he? So I'll try to. Okay. So this should do for now. You come to the shoulders, to the shoulder bits, which I told you. You have to bring them out. Oops. Yeah, this guy is also really heavy. Let's do this with one hand. Probably a bit easier. So bring these out. Bring these down. And there goes his rocket boosters. And then you have to bring the shoulders down. And these are really tight ratchets. And you have to bring these mud guard or shoulder guards down. Lift, bring the entire shoulder down. Then bring this up. This is a shoulder pad. Bring this out. This is his fist. Okay. And basically do the exact same for the other side. I don't even need to show it to you anymore because this is very cumbersome to do. Bring this down. Open the hand. And there's the basically upper body. So now we come to the back. Do you see the control tower bit? The what was it called? The takeoff, whatever. The control tower. You have to bring it from these little dots here, and then yeah, there is a little tab on this bit here. You have to fold it up, and it'll connect up to right up that clip right there. So we have to bring it up. And this does not clip well at all. Trust me. I will show you what I mean in a minute. And then you'll bring out his, what were his boosters? Oops, what were his engine boosters are now going to become his heels. Which I guess is cool, but how is he going to fly? I mean, of course, he does have rocket boosters here, and then he even has a rocket booster in his toe. Don't know why, but, well, I guess that's there. And then anyways, you're going to fold up the engine bit, like this. You know, you're gonna collapse them inside, split the legs, fold up the head. Let's see if I do this. Fold up the head, bring up the little horn bit, remove these, and then bring the entire back section up like this. And this will, and then, let's see if I can put my camera in somewhere here. So in here, there are two tabs. There's tabs here and here. They'll connect to these tabs up here. And as well, they do not connect well as well. Very good. So they are, this guy's kind of a loose cannon, if you know what I mean. So now we got the Dragon Toki. And of course this thing's going to be the chest. So what you're going to do, for at least for what I'm going to do, I don't know with other people, you have to fold this in, basically clasp his legs. And what you're going to do if you're going to go to the ship mode. Then you're going to fold this up. You're going to, God, there's a lot of folding to do. You have to bring these bits where these gray pieces are facing forward. Bring this, the head down like this. Bring down his tail, hold out his tail. Bring this all the way up, and bring out the gray pieces again. There we go. And then this will, okay, so this will work by, you have to slide it in like this, tab it in. As you can see, there is a tab where the tail bit was stored. So slide it in, tab it in. Come on, you. There we go. So there we go. So this is basically Great Admiral. And he looks okay-ish. His arms look really pathetic. Not gonna lie. His arms look really pathetic, which I really don't like. His legs are really big and beefy because of those exhausts. And like, you could spread them out to give him even more with, but I don't want to. And yes, look what I said. This thing does not hang off well whatsoever. This guy is not one of my favorite Tobots. He's actually kind of my least favorite. One of my least favorites. Mostly because he's so big and so beefy. Like, just for one Tobot, remember that. And, just for a size comparison, compare him to the Delta Squad Megazord. And now the Delta Squad Megazord is really just a mid-size robot. And compare him to this guy. Yeah, what's happening over here? So, yeah, this guy is gigantic. I'll put you Delta Squad Megazord off to the side. Now we look at his weapons. Now here is his. You have to actually come over here to the assembly station. So basically, this is a sword, this is a shield. They're connected together. You remove them like this. There are two pegs on the bottom, one peg on the top, one peg on the mid section, and then here there are 1, 2, 3 pegs. That's how they peg together. And then they will just peg in lightly like this. They do not work well at all. Now the way his sword connects is kind of horrible. You have to open his hand. Yeah, I open his hand. Get the sword, plug it in, and it's a handheld weapon. It's a handheld weapon. He's not like Go-Kayo, where his, you know, like it's like of course it's an open hand, but you clip it in. No, yeah, it's just like, you know, where some Transformers or some Megazords have opening fists, which allow them to plug in their swords. But that does not work well for me, just because it kind of sucks. As you like with the that's also the same thing with the White Tiger Zord from in the Legacy line. It also worked kind of like this, but it's kind of a bit better than this because it's really, really wobbly and shaky for some reason. It's also really loose. Like, if I just shake it a bit, it's already managed to get out, unlike the Tiger Zord. So, and it also does this too, where it kind of almost leans to the front. So, that's kind of a sword, it looks okay. Doesn't look bad, but it doesn't work well on his hand. This is his shield, and his shield is also kind of awful. The way this connects is there is two sort of tabs or posts. And then you have to plug in his shield. There's two tabs on his shield, and you just kind of tab it in. Sorry, this is very hard to do. Only I can get a bigger stand. Me actually go on like this. This will work. And guess how well this holds. It doesn't really fall off well, but if you just lightly tap it, and I mean lightly, watch this. You are pathetic to me. Okay, so this guy is okay. It's just that he's not one of my favorites. He's in the midsection. He's like in the okay. He's a little bit down. I don't really recommend him unless you're looking for the combinations of him and Tank Guy. But I like his vehicle mode. I like his vehicle mode as a sky ship. That's really interesting. What I don't like is how they did his robot mode. He doesn't even pose well. I mean, his arms have they have shoulders, but they can only go out and in because they're hinged. Like I guess that's understandable. But if you look at Leon Rover or Leo, forgot what his Japanese name was, or Japanese name, his Korean name was. I think it was called Leo Kaiser. I think it's called. But anyway, his shoulder is also basically like this, but they made it to where they put it in a joint, so he can rotate all 360. That's also the same case with Captain Jack or Captain Zack. It was also the same case for him, like this, but much smaller and out of the way. Aside from that, well, as I showed you, his hands can open, his fingers can open, except his thumb, of course. I mean, that would make sense. And the legs, you cannot pose the legs unless, except like, if you're doing him like this. I have to raise my camera up. This guy's really big and I don't like it. So, let's see. You need to remove his shield and his sword so you can pose this guy in his legs. So you're gonna lift his shoulders, lift up his side skirts, and you have to lift these boosters off so you can lift the side skirts. And then the legs, they will go only forward 2 ratchet clicks and go back just 1 click. And then they will go out, not that far at all. And he has a knee joint. Not that good knee joint as well. So this guy is like, he's okay for a display piece, but he looks kind of beefy as well to be in my display shelf. He's not bad, but I wish the Young Toys could have done better. And this thing, actually in box, this guy comes disassembled with this thing. So if you want, you could just jack it off to the side. But so that I won't lose any parts, I always keep it on. And they're just held in by little spring-loaded pegs in here, which are kind of not helpful. So this guy is... I'm sorry if I'm saying a lot of negative stuff about this guy, but it's just like... I liked him at first, but then he just became really annoying. Like, oh my goodness, his legs, hold on. Split them. There. So that guy's okay. He's yeah. I'm sorry if I'm saying a lot of negative things, but it's just this guy is not my type of cream. If you know what I mean. He's not really that good. What I would say, if you like this guy, I would recommend Deltatron, the original Deltatron. I do have the original Deltatron. However, he's kind of not really in good condition. Like his shoulders are kind of falling apart. I will actually fix that soon, actually. But he's taller, lighter, and more posable compared to this guy. This guy, a brick, doesn't look that well, and he falls apart very easily. Deltatron is not like that. So I would recommend you get Deltatron or any of the original Tobots except for the original X, Y, and Z and Tobot C before you're getting this guy, honestly. But otherwise, aside from all those negative speakings, this guy is an okay guy. I really like him a lot. It's just that the Young Toys didn't really execute him they didn't really execute him that well, which I kind of don't understand why. But anyway, I guess that's it for Great Admiral. I'll tune you in next time for Tank Guy and the combination of Greatest Admiral. So yeah, I'll see you guys later.